All right, we're live. If you've ever had a creative idea stuck in your head but didn't know how to bring it to life, this one's for you. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to turn words into worlds. We're talking short form creative, reels, and visuals, whatever you're trying to build. We're going to start with one thing, and that's your words or my words. Because when you know how to describe what you see in your mind, you can literally design it frame by frame. So many business owners and creators are sitting on dope ideas and they're just stuck right at the starting line. Maybe they don't know how to describe what they are thinking about, or they don't know how to show it. I'm going to do my very best to help you do both. We're going to take a simple idea, build a visual story with descriptive language. Then we're going to use tools like Luma Dream Machine and Midjourney to bring them to life in real time. By the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to go from concept to content. That way, if you've ever had that idea that you just want to get it going, hopefully this is the video for you. And with that, let's just get right into it. The key things you're going to need is ChatGPT, Dream Machine, and Midjourney. Hopefully you have the paid ones, but I think most of them you can do for free. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys right now. All right, you guys see my intro and my hook? Beautiful. Okay. So what I'm going to show you guys, as you saw, we're going to be building a truck. And the first thing you want to do when I say you want to be descriptive with your words is you have to train your AI chatbot to know exactly what you're trying to get across. And that's the number one thing you have to know. What are you trying to create? And think of all the elements, what the texture, what the mood, what the models, what the lighting, what the camera. If you were to produce an actual campaign, what would it look like? And that's where you want to start. So you can then tell your bot, hey, I need you to describe this for me. Because the more descriptive that you are, the more detailed that you are, the further that you can take your content. And what I mean by details, it's literally like if this delicious First Form energy drink, you describe like the metallic can, bubbles from the carbonated water being drunk. You could describe the cold texture by having maybe mist of water on there. The more descriptive, the better results. So just to give you guys an idea for this, I'm trying to create a truck. Like the story I'm trying to create is me and my dog running where we normally go running, which is Tipple Fork Canyon in American Fork. Also, shout out to Good Boy Billy. This is his dog dad hat that you can purchase online at goodboybilly.com. Anyway, and so that's what I'm trying to create. The truck is a Fruitstand truck, which is obviously not real because that's my company name. But so I'm trying to create that, and I'm also trying to create visuals of me and my dog in this truck that doesn't exist. And the way that I did it, as you can see here, first I tell my bot, I need your skill set to be that of a professional cinematographer, a photographer, and we'll be using both skills. I need you to be skilled at lighting, camera knowledge, angles, model, composition, etc. Does that make sense? You have to make sure that your ChatGPT bot understands what you're saying. So then it confirms 100%. I read what it told me. I'm like, oh, exactly. Now it asks me, hey, before I dive in, here's what we need. What are we shooting? What's the direction? What's the location? Do you already have a model, wardrobe, props? And then the final usage of the content. This is the exact verbiage that I want from my bot because it's the exact kind of question that I would ask any of our clients. And so I went ahead and answered him or the bot and just said, hey, yep, I want energetic, fast-paced, various blur, stuff like that, just because I know what I want. I said the location, natural lighting, outdoors, literal location, American Fork Canyon, Tipple Fork, the Tipple Fork Reservoir, and then the content, I need it to be a 9:6 aspect ratio. Does that make sense? It said yes. And then what I did is I gave it 4 images of the truck that I kind of want to remake. So you can see that's one right there. Here's another, and here's another. So I said, now I'm getting more descriptive. First, I need you to create a truck. Here's an example of the model and style. We want the truck to be matte black and have the brand Fruitstand. We want 4 angle shots. Does that make sense? We also want these done in the studio, all white background, shot 4K high flash studio photography. So here's what it gave me in return, which is perfect. Literally, like, I couldn't have asked for a better image. And now we'll go ahead and say, great. I now need a front angle shot straight forward. And while that's generating, here's a key thing to keep in mind. I read this on one of the things I study. They call it the cascade prompt. And that means your cascade is an acronym for camera, ambience, subject, context, action, dialogue, and emotion, which makes total sense. Whatever you're trying to create, if you keep that cascade in mind, what camera are you using? What camera do you need for your product? What's the mood? What's the subject? What's the context of what you're trying to build? What kind of motion, and then obviously the dialogue. So that's great advice. Also, you should know what kind of angles you want. Do you want a straight on shot? Do you want like a handheld like POV shot? Do you want an overhead shot? Do you want a low angle shot, 45 degree angle? The more that you can figure out, the better, right? And then last but not least, as you saw with the truck, is I'm asking for to create this product that doesn't exist. And so I need reference image. And that's going to be super key. And what you do is you want to be able to have reference images. And I need a quick little water break. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's go to, this is the truck. This one had beefier tires. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I just wanted to show you guys and see what it created. And that looks great. So we're going to go ahead and hit save. Awesome. Now I want this truck placed in the setting of the shoot. The first location is at American Fork Tibble Fork Reservoir. American Fork Canyon, actually. It's okay. It'll understand. Reservoir, I can't spell that, but don't worry about it. At least I'm not going to worry about it. I want the mood to be early morning, just as the sunrise is happening. I want the season to be start of summer, so Timpanogos Peak has some snow. I want the truck to be, let's see, that's the mood I want. I want the feeling to be so real that you can see the water moisture on the truck. Let's see, what else do we want? So you've got to be as descriptive as we want. So far, does this make sense? If so, I'll provide example images of the location. Let's see what it says. Well, one thing that's gone on lately is you have to like refresh after every prompt. I don't know if that's just me lately, but that's just been happening. After every like kind of task, you'll have to refresh it. Yes, that makes sense. And your direction is super clear. Start summer. Yes, okay. So now I'm gonna upload the images that I've downloaded of what I want it to look like. I don't think these are. Let's go to desktop. And here. Okay. Okay, the camera I want to use is a Sony, there's a Sony FX3 cinema camera. I want the first shot of the truck to be a poster style commercial for the truck. I want to see the front of it slightly angled. I want the camera shot to be to be eye level. Film grain to emphasize the quality. Some film. Ready? Okay, let's see what it does. So now I'm asking it and we're putting it to work. And while we do this and while this waits, if you, the more, like if you have your example images of whatever it is that you're trying to do, obviously that's going to be better. If you have shot your content like product photography and now you're trying to do more with it, even better, because you'll be able to, you don't have to worry about logos. And one thing I've noticed with ChatGPT is when you do upload your own logos, sometimes it nails it perfect and other times it just messes it up. And the more you try to correct it, Sonia has actually said this before, but it's almost like you're having this battle with chat where it's, you know, you're trying to get what you want across. So example reference images are the best way to go. And this is taking a minute. Sonia, you are on my lap. She's going in the studio. Come on, let's see what happens. And I like what I'm seeing so far. Look at this. It looks like the Timpanogos Peak, similar, right? Not really, because Timpanogos Peak has like a tiny little false peak right next to it. Let's see. So far, like what I'm seeing is it's not probably going to make it real. It's probably going to make it like AI real, meaning that you'll know that it's AI. But let's see. Let's look at this. It's actually not bad. Okay. Not bad. Let's, I'm going to download this and then I'm going to hit refresh. And I'm going to say, great. Now I want a flash photography on the, I want flash photography for this. I want the camera to be, the camera zoom to be more wide, showing more of the truck. Turn the headlights on and make sure the truck looks as real as if it was tangible. I want to also emphasize the texture of the road and the trees, so it feels like the truck actually drove to this location. All right, The reason why I'm changing all this is because if you if you don't if you don't get this descriptive, you start getting like great photos, but they just don't, because they have no expression and no emotion. It's going to be really hard to animate, and that's kind of the key thing. So, like you've probably heard whatever you ask is what you get, which is true because it did give me this, but there's not. It still needs more. Like I want the trees to feel real, maybe the water, and that's why I wanted it, a little bit further back. And depending on what it does, it'll create something. Now to move things along, I'm gonna show you guys two things. Number one, I'm gonna show you Luma Dream Machine because this is where I've been using these ChatGPT clips and making these little videos. Like I'm sure you've seen, this one's kind of crazy. The thing about Dream Machine is I think it does an incredible job at making real stuff. Sometimes it looks AI like this. My dog and myself don't look that real. Sometimes it does weird shit like this where I don't even know what happened, but those mountains look like the Grand Tetons. This one's interesting. this 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 was an image that I uploaded of myself, and then it turned it into like this female, and then Billy turns into like a golden lab or something, or not like, yeah, a golden retriever. Anyway, so sometimes it nails it. Like this, I thought was perfect. This I thought was pretty awesome. Kind of told it what to do, gave it a start and a finish. This one turns on the lights. I thought, oh no, this one just moves. This one is pretty cool. Feels super real. Look at that. Come on, son. This was a start and finish. So what I mean by start and finish is you put 2 frames. So actually, let me show you guys what I mean by that. Let's say the start I want is this fruit stand. And then the end frame, I want it to be this. And so what it'll do is it should pan or something like that. So let's start with that. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Now it's made it. Okay, so now it's making it not as real. Okay. Hopefully I don't mess this up. And this is what I mean by the way that you do ChatGPT. Okay. Let's change a few. First, let me refresh because it's not going to do it. Let's change a few things. I want it to be more daylight so you can see the truck. I don't want the watermarks, the water drop. Let's keep the truck nice and clean. I do want more motion on the truck moving. Emphasize the terrain, dirt coming off the ground. In fact, I'm going to do this. We're going to Google truck Ford Raptor F-150 in mountains dirt. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. And let's go to images because I want a reference image. And this is actually kind of cool. So I'm going to screenshot a couple of the reference images of what I want. Dude, literally, this is like kind of what I'm trying to replicate right here. And I do need a back shot like this. So let's go motion blur, see what happens. Boom. Okay, we're gonna recreate something like this. And yeah, I mean, that should be enough. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's go here, add photos and desktop. And I'm gonna say use these as examples. See example images. Does this make sense? Always ask your chat if it makes sense, if it starts doing anything weird, because it might. All right, back to Luma Dream Machine. Let's see what it did. It definitely did not do what I wanted it to, but it's cool because it did, you know, I could use that or this. Now, let's try just this side angle one that I downloaded, this one, and hit start. And not going to tell it to do anything else. Here's another thing I'm going to do to show you guys. Here's the truck. I'm just going to animate it. While we are using animations, this is Midjourney, and Midjourney is like a mood board. It's literally, how do I say it? It's just a mood board. It's like creators have done some really cool, amazing things, and now they recently started doing videos. So look at, like, I love this. That looks so cool. Anime, talking bunnies, like crazy apparel layouts. It's just like, I love this one. I saw this one. I thought it was so fun. Like, imagine what you can do. So the way that you create, you can either create, so what would you like to imagine? And let's go to ChatGPT, because we're already doing, you know, this truck. And I want a truck. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna just copy this, go into here, and then I'll hit enter. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, I don't want that. No. I do not want that. Hopefully it's gonna do it or not do it. Let's go to image. Let's go to create. It's already creating what I asked it to. Kind of crazy. It's funny what it's creating. I'm going to use an image. I've already uploaded the truck, and I'm just going to see what it does. All right, now it created images, but I wanted, that's kind of fun. That's really fun. I used to have a truck like this, but it was for a different company called Damn Son. All right, let's see what, it's 35% complete. It's coming through. Look at that. That's so interesting. So from that image, you just like put it in the mountains. Okay. This, I don't know why it's going in reverse and it's going in the water. So what we could do on this is, see, it looks super AI, but you could probably not reverse, but forward. Do you see what I mean? So in the edit, you would start like right here and go like that. But just want to show you guys like what is possible. Going back to Midjourney. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This looks good. And so one of the things I'm going to do now, I'm telling you guys about the descriptive words. I wrote some here. I'm a big fan of this lens scratches, bloom, and floating dust, because what it'll do is it'll make the image more real. Great. I want a more wide shot. So push back, and let me refresh because it's been doing that. Push further back and add lens scratches, bloom, floating dust. And what you guys will see on this in a second, once it refreshes, is it'll completely change the image, and I think it'll make it feel like more actionable. Let's look at how this animates. This is Midjourney. So the thing about Midjourney is it gives you guys 4 options, just like it gave me 4 options right here for an image. it gives you 4 options for video to let you choose from. And they're like 8 seconds, and you can extend it. So there's option 1. Let's go and see option 2. It's funny, there's a person in that one. Option 3, this one's kind of fun. Okay, and then option 4. The white smoke is interesting. So I like how you see what I'm saying? Like there's subtle things that you can use. And this for sure is something that I can use, like part of that. And same with this. It's like a kind of transition part, like right there. You could use part of that. You could use, like I said, this to go. And let's actually add that image that we just made, this one. Let's go ahead and add it and see what it does when we animate it. Just go ahead and hit start. Go back to ChatGPT. It's not bad. Kind of like it. We'll go ahead and hit download. Great. Now let's move on to the model. Now I want more action in this. I want the truck to be in the. I want the truck to be more in the trees. So the shot should be looking at the truck through branches, creating a energetic, fast motion image. Use motion blur, add lens scratches, plume, and floating dust. Okay, let's see what it does. Refresh, because it's always needing a little refresher. We'll go like this. And so now that we have these 2 images, let's add one of them to Dream Machine. Let's add this one. This is our newest one. Let's go ahead and hit send. And then let's also add it to, let's see what this did first of all. Okay, so see how it's different from, it's a little bit different from Luma Dream Machine. Okay, I could work with that. That's kind of fun. Like it kind of starts going. Still a little bit fake, but for when you edit, in your software, that looks good. Yeah, I like that. This one. Download that. Dream Machine is thinking about it. Let's add a new image, and we're going to add this daylight one. See what it does with this. So that's so far the process that I do. And as you guys can see, it's a matter of describing what you want and then just describing what you want and then trial and error. Hopefully less error if you're more descriptive. For example, going back to this photo shoot, after it finishes this, I'm going to move on to like the model side where I'll add myself and I'll show you guys how to add more to it. See, there we go. That's looking awesome. Great. Let's go ahead and hit download and say perfect. Now I need a God view of the truck still in motion. Emphasize the dirt a bit more. Let's see what it does. Whoops, refresh. Before I hit it, this one's going to be great for animation. I can already tell because of because of everything, because of the motion and all that stuff. If I bring it into, whoa, I've noticed that when you add on Dream Machine, when you add an image that has like the motion, it does do these crazy things. Like, this is so chaotic. Let's try it again. Let's add this new image and let's see what it does. Back to Midjourney. The thing about Midjourney, again, it makes it way more AI. Like, this looks like a video game, like a simulator, you know what I'm saying? And Dream Machine makes it look way more real. But I do like this reflection. So this one kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, this one could work. Just thinking about it. Let's see this photo shoot. How long we've been going? 31 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this thing up soon. If you have a product that you would like us to create a little short form piece for, I'd love to. Please let me know. While this is loading, let me show you guys the final from yesterday. Well, I don't know if I can actually. Yeah, I don't think I can unless I go on Instagram, which would be instagram.com/OMIE press twitch. That's me. What's up, guys? And here is the reel that I made yesterday. So one of the things I've learned in this AI generation game is you get the best kind of results if you're quick and you do it in like 8 to 10 seconds, meaning you keep your story to 8 to 10 seconds. That way, like, when people look at it like this, there's less, like, it goes so fast that you can't really see the AI side of it. Oh, I didn't even, now I'm showing you guys. Oh, it's still on ChatGPT. I'm so sorry, guys. I should have gone to instagram.com/OmiPressWitch because that's what I was looking at. Here it is. Yeah. These are the images that I generated before I did this tutorial because I was practicing and see how real they look. And the more real that they look, that's what makes it possible to make a commercial like this. Here is a dentist one. You saw obviously some of the, so kind of, those are examples of how to use it. Okay, well, this clearly didn't do what I needed it to do because it's not. I want this to be a top-down view, bird's eye. Does that make sense? See what I mean? Sometimes it does it, sometimes it does not. But I love how that one looks. That's probably the most realistic one. So I kind of want to, let me add that one here. Looks so real. Look at that. I mean, both of these. Interesting that changed the, yes, that makes perfect sense. You're asking for a top-down bird's eye view of the, all right, here's something that chat does do is it'll switch from, what do you call it? If you start telling it, hey, you're not doing this right, it'll give you options on how to answer. What this does is it's learning how you guys communicate. That's what it's doing. See, you want this truck, drone, truck, scene, details. Let's see what's going on while it's doing that. It's thinking about it. While it's doing that, let me show you guys our latest little video that we just dropped on Fruitstand Studios. It's this one right here. All right, that was all AI. How crazy is that? So that's the power of AI. Here we go. Obviously, this response is what we want. Let's go, finally. This is going to be a great, for Dream Machine because now we have a start and a finish. This is where we can go from like this shot right here, like this, and then we want it to end like that. And that's really like the start and finish is kind of what we want. Yeah. Let's see what this look like. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that looks good. So cool. That's what we want, folks. And as you can see that, and we're only going to use that first little bit right here because that looks the most real. And then right about here will be a good transition. Bam. That's what we want. That's thinking about it. Back to Midjourney. Let's see if I already put that in, possibly. No. Let's send it, see what it does. Don't worry about that. I love how that is. Great. Now I want a higher shot like this. Way to show more of the mountain and trees. Push let me think, be like 100 feet higher. See what it does. Great. Okay. I hope that this is helpful for you guys. Again, here's an example of the tennis stuff. You guys saw the ad, but what you don't see is all like the stuff that we got to go through to just make those 8 seconds. And some of them work, some of them don't. Some of them, like that one, I think I just used a piece of it. Same with this, like the flash. I loved how that looked. Some of these, but anyway, dentist. Some of them didn't even do anything. That one was kind of fun. This one was just more of a glow. What you can tell it to pan out. Let's see what this does. Okay. Yeah, so like you can kind of see it definitely, if it was further out, maybe, but that works just to show you guys. So now we're starting to get some cool, like just a couple little things, like that could be a studio shot, that could be a studio shot, that could be like a transition to like the mountain, you know what I'm saying? Like this, or just goes right to that. Back to Mid Journey, let's see what this did. This one might be the best. Yeah, we just need like a 2-second clip of that, so that works. This is definitely not getting it, but I love that. That's so cool. Awesome. And then, then you just go into your models. So I'll wrap up with this, and then I'll let you guys go. But if I go to downloads, is there a picture of me and Billy, GBB? Hike, run, hat pics. Beautiful. This is me and Billy. That's me and Billy. I'm wearing that exact hat. Okay, so let's use this open. Okay, great. Now I need you to create, hopefully, I need you to create, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to refresh this. Here's the runner. Here's Billy. It's way down there. I have to give him, I gotta give it sample images. Okay, so now I need you to create an image with these models in the same setting. Only I want the shot to be from the inside of, hold on. Only I want the running and the truck is in the background further down the path. And use a 70 to 200 millimeter 2.8 lens. Okay, let's see what it does. If you guys get any value of this, please follow along. I'm gonna end this stream, and after this, just because I think that's way more than enough. And that's why when you hire agencies or when you work with us, even though ChatGPT and Mid Journey and Dream Machine, they do a lot of the heavy lifting, it's still a matter of learning again how to use your prompts, your angles, camera angles, textures, feeling, and using examples, because the more you describe something, especially with reference images, the better image you get. And then when you go into Dream Machine or Mid Journey to animate it, it gives you a better result. Then you open up Premiere Pro or whatever it is that you use to like DaVinci Resolve, whatever you use to edit, and then you'll be able to compile these pieces. Again, what I recommend when you do that is keep it short, keep it 8 to 10 seconds, because one, most people aren't, like, if you're watching this, holy cow, right? Most people aren't going to watch anything past 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And so 10 seconds is perfect. And if you tell something really fun in those 10 seconds, even better, because then they'll continue to watch it. All right, let's see what this does, and we'll end with this. Hopefully it's something cool. Hopefully, because it's a me and my dog, and we're not there. Let's see. Okay. I guess I'm a 40-year-old white man, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be me. Dope. Kind of like it. All right. See this, friends? Not bad. Here's what we're going to do. If you're ever curious, great. Now I want the man to resemble, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's good enough, friends. You know what we're doing here. If you want us to do it for you, let me know. DM us, message us. We'll get to work. Okay, bye.